So you slept 8 hours last night, right? You should feel refreshed, but by 3 p.m., you're feeling foggy, low on energy, reaching for another coffee and wondering what's wrong. Sound familiar? Well, you're not alone, and it's not just about sleep. So in this video, I'll break down the 3 real reasons high performers stay tired, even when they're sleeping 7, 8 hours a night. And near the end, I'll also share the biggest energy mistake I see even the smartest professionals making. Something that silently kills your focus and energy in the afternoon. Stick around for that. So I'm Blake Moen, and I used to be a financial systems analyst. Spent 6 years in the corporate office kind of workspace. And I get it. I worked long hours sitting, experiencing the highs and lows of the day, especially in terms of energy levels, that good old 3 p.m. crash. So I'm here now. I coach high performers in finance and IT on how to reclaim their energy. And I do this with the idea that you don't need any rigid routines, extreme diets, big workout plans, or without adding more stress. So let's cover reason number 1 why you are still tired. So, reason number 1, your energy budget is out of balance. What's that energy budget? You only have so much energy towards the things you're going to do in the day. And if more is going out than what's coming in, you are in a deficit. Most people leak energy from small things that they do throughout the day, like poor hydration practices, not drinking enough water, giving your body what it needs, doom scrolling, spending so much time on your phone, it mentally just drains you, and with that, physically drains you. One that you may not hear all the time, but shallow breathing is huge. If you're not breathing to your full capacity, one, you're missing out on the energy benefits, but you're also not giving your body all the oxygen it needs. And I'm sure you are feeling the effects of what that entails, what that does. And then going long stretches with sitting and not moving around. You might be surprised how fast those energy leechers add up to. So reason number 2 why you're feeling tired even despite 7-8 hours of sleep is the caffeine. So caffeine is giving you a loan, but with interest. Coffee isn't energy. It's borrowed alertness. So if you can frame your mind around that fact, caffeine isn't giving you energy, it's just silencing the tiredness response your body would feel otherwise. So like any loan, you eventually have to pay it back, but with interest. And that's your 3 p.m. crash. And I hope that one hits home, because that one hit for me when I kind of realized that. So here's one simple shift that you can implement, and that's more from a nutrition standpoint. 1, eating a protein-rich snack before your coffee, getting that sustenance in you. You no longer feel you're filling yourself up with something that's going to keep you feeling full, satisfied, and it slows the crash and gives your body something to work with. Drinking coffee without anything is destined for an afternoon crash. And then pairing that with hydration, drinking water before coffee will also help dampen the effects of what coffee will do. It's great that it gives you a rise and energy feeling, but the crash in the afternoon is obviously what we're trying to take away here. Reason number 3, you're sleeping but not recovering. There's a big difference there, and it's driven by the quality of your sleep. So getting 8 hours of sleep in bed does not mean you're getting 8 hours of restorative sleep. So if you got a watch that tracks sleep, you might have already know this. You're not getting the amount of REM sleep you're needing to recharge the brain, get all the toxic things out of there, clean your system out. And same with deep sleep. That's more of the physical restoration and recovery that goes through. And if you're not getting those, you're going to wake up tomorrow feeling beaten up from the past few days, activities of life. So here's a couple things that you can do to improve, a couple tweaks that you can implement. So first off is a 30-minute wind down routine right before bed. And this is 2 things. No screens. So leave the, obviously, TV off. Put the phone away. And second is focus on getting calm, slowing things down so you're able to now relax, which is obviously what your body is wanting to do with the getting to sleep. So focusing on just getting your heart rate down. If it takes journaling, if you have like an active mind at night, journaling is also a great way to just calm the mind a bit, put all that anxiousness and things for tomorrow, put it on paper. It's there. It's not going anywhere. Get your sleep. And then the second tweak is to wake up same time every day, even the weekends. It's like the one thing you can control. Well, one of the main things you can control. You can control the darkness, the temperature. So one big thing is consistent sleep time and wake up time. Notice how that changes your sleep quality. Now, those were the 3 reasons. Now here's some tips, some solutions that may help you boosting your energy. So the first one is what I called it energy audit. So here, go ahead and grab a notebook if you got one and write these 2 sections down. So one is the activities that make you feel focused and refreshed. The other side is the habits or activities that leave you feeling foggy, irritable, exhausted, stressed. So jot down what activities go in each side. And that's the first step. The second step on that one is to swap out. If you know what's draining you, then the odds are you can swap out or the timing of things in your schedule. So for instance, if I'm doing something that's draining my energy, maybe I just dislike having to check my email, respond to email, and it takes me a good 20-30 minutes, and I'm just like feeling just off on my energy from that. Then I'm going to pair it with something that I know boosts me, whether it be a walk, a quick stretch, even just a good conversation. If you're a social person, a good conversation can light you up, and now you're back on the rise. So That's some powerful awareness if you can jot down those things and act on them with intention. Step 2 as a solution as needed, and I love this, is a 3-minute reset routine. So before meetings, before a session of deep focused work, or when you're crashing, you feel you are about to hit a afternoon crash of sorts. So the first step is breathing, deep breathing. And that is only going to take about 30 seconds. So inhale for 4 seconds. Deep. Start with the belly and then follow up with the chest. Hold at the top for 4 seconds. And then exhale. Nice long 6 seconds worth. And then do that for 2 or 3 rounds. That's going to help reset the nervous system a bit. It also helps you expand your diaphragm, makes your breath moving forward more efficient, effective, and then as well as feeding your body oxygen, which is energy in your body. 90 seconds of light and movement. So if you can get up and look outside, look out a window, just let your eyes kind of get hit with that sunlight, even overcast light. Look off into the distance and just take it in. But then pair it with movement. So this is great to do even just at a desk or right at the door. I'll just do a lot of shoulder rolls, kind of stretch behind your back with your hands clasped, opens your chest. Do a lot of neck rolls. Reset the posture a bit. And then if you're standing, if you're able to stand, do some core stretching. So side to side, stretch the obliques, bend over, stretch the hamstrings, stretch the quads. Literally in 90 seconds. All that takes, you'll be surprised how fast you are on a downward, just kind of dragging to you are up and ready to go for your next thing, meeting, deep focus work. And then finally, well, if you paired it to, great, but 60 seconds of light exposure. So I like to pair those two, so 90 seconds of light movement and then 60 seconds of light exposure, so getting towards a window. So really it could take you about 2 minutes of that, and that's a very powerful break. Finally is the smart snacking formula. So nutrition drives way more than one would think. If you're feeding your body crap, expect a crappy product, right? So healthy snacking looks like a protein, a fat, a healthy fat, and fiber. So things like Greek yogurt, berries and nuts, apples with peanut butter, boiled eggs that you were able to prep ahead of time with whole grain crackers. So eat this before your expected crash time, whether it be 2, 3 p.m., and see if you'll feel the difference. So that should help re-energize you and keep you sustained until your next either crash, mealtime, or maybe you don't have those. So this next section, like I said early on, is the biggest energy mistake. And this is treating your energy levels like a car. You don't take your car all the way to empty before you refill it, right? If you do, well, one, that's terrible for the car. 2, it puts you in a terrible spot, or there's no coming back from it at times. So be proactive about your energy. So it just has to be something that you're constantly thinking about. Some people just push through this And with that, stress, fatigue, burnout creep up. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow of this practice, of this habit of yours. But trust me, if, if you're not taking care of your energy levels, you will pay for it in a unfortunate way later on, usually burnout. So my final thought I leave you with here is you don't need a perfect routine. You don't need to overhaul your life, your schedule. This can be within a busy schedule for anybody. You just need a system that works for your lifestyle and helps you feel better consistently. So be more intentional these next few days, keeping energy levels top of mind. So this video gave you a reason or a why behind your fatigue and some starting points, hopefully. But what about your fitness? If you're wondering how to stay fit, even with the long work hours and no time for the gym, that's exactly what I'll be covering in my next video. So stay tuned for that. And that one will be called How to Stay Fit Without Going to the Gym. Desk Worker Edition. You're going to love it. All right. Thank you. See you.